An explosive start to the game, and we haven't even started. Final round robin match in the Super 12 96 between the Wellington Hurricanes and the Waratahs from New South Wales. Crowd at the moment looks to be around the 15,000 mark. And remember, New South Wales at these home games at the Sydney Football Stadium has averaged 25,000. With the Waratahs being led out tonight by Andrew Blades. There's Daniel Manu, the big number 8. Tim Gavin failed the fitness test on Monday. But Andrew Blades from the Gordon Club. Mark Harthill injured in the match against Auckland and is out for most of the season. Matthew Burke, the former player in the Waratah team in 1996. Richard Harry, third last man out, and Mark Bell, as was mentioned by Chris Handy, looking for a big game tonight, as is David Campese. But Mark Bell comes in to replace Kevin O'Kane in the front row. The only other change to the forward pack from the Auckland game is John Wellborn, the big Eastern Suburbs lock, displacing Sam Domoni. And in the New South Wales back line, well, the only change there is Sam Payne at scrum half, coming in for Anthony Eckert. But all of these guys are potential test players at some stage during this season, with 10 internationals to be played by the Wallabies. Well, it's a bit like a gunfight at OK Corral at the moment. The crowd enjoyed the fireworks, and the Wellington side is Mike Russell with his head swathed in bandages, and Darryl Williams, the big Western Samoan lock. But this side has been very impressive this season. They may have only won 3 games, as Mark Allen, the charismatic leader of the Wellington side. They may have only won 3 games in Super 12, but they have not lost one by more than 18 points. And when you consider some of the high-scoring fixtures, that's a mighty achievement, and they've had a very tough run away from home. The Wellington forward pack, well, their great strength is that front row of Mark Allen, Norm Hewitt, and also Phil Coppin, and all of those guys in line for All Black selection to South Africa. And if we look at the Wellington backs, the inside men, John Preston and Simon Mannix, former All Blacks, Alama Iramia, a dual international for Western Samoa and New Zealand, and Christian Cullen at fullback. He's a man to watch tonight, certainly the man of the moment. But Mark Allen, Chris Handy, he really is a charismatic man, 114 kilograms, and there's hardly an ounce of fat on him.
The Bull Allen, he leads the team like he lives his life in a tough and demanding way. He'll be great. Watch for him.
Well, he's a vegetarian. Apparently, occasionally he has a little bit of meat. I suspect it's probably raw. But Christian Cullen, Simon Poitevin, you were in Hong Kong for the Sevens. This man scored 18 tries.
He was the talk of Hong Kong. Christian Cullen, a fantastic attacker. But watch his defence tonight. His cover defence is exceptional.
And a special welcome to viewers throughout New Zealand, as we're just about set for the start of this game. And this really could be one of the highlight matches of the entire season. There's Mark Bell, who has won his way back in on form. He had a very strong game for New South Wales at Eden Park against Auckland, Chris.
He did good, and tonight is his chance to really press for Wallaby selection. He's not going to let the side down, and this Wellington pack are scrumming beautifully.
Right. Referee is Andrew Cole from Brisbane, one of the outstanding young whistlers in Australian rugby, and it's a nice kick-off by Simon Mannix.
Roll away, goal.
And Wellington
the ball.
Almost spoiling the ball. Have they got it here? Preston thinks they have. Here's Mannix. O'Halloran cut out. Iramia.
On your feet.
So we're 37 metres out from the Waratahs goal line. Preston again. Kicking behind the defence. That's Burke. And arriving on the spot. But a line out for Wellington just outside the 22.
Well, Michael Bryle complaining to the referee then about Wellington stealing the ball. He was lucky himself, down on one knee, trying to get that ball for the New South Wales Waratahs.
Richard Coventry there, number 6. Tia, number 7 at the back. He's been an outstanding open side flanker. Russell couldn't get it.
Barging at 4. Barging at 4.
Barging by the middle of the New South Wales line-out. And an early shot at goal here for the Hurricanes.
Very interesting, this game's shaping up. Wellington will want to play it tight to their strength. Their forwards have really been undominated so far in the Super 12. New South Wales, I think, will give full expression to that open play and try and run these Hurricanes off their feet.
So John Preston, who once kicked 20 conversions against West Coast in their 128-0 victory for Canterbury, but he was fly half back up to Grant Fox in the 1991 World Cup. He's playing scrum half here tonight. So a grand opportunity here for Wellington. He struck it very well. Splendid start by the Hurricanes. That's the one they were wanting. Frank Oliver has done a terrific job with this Wellington side. Remember that they had 9 players into their squad from 2nd Division, so it's a true regional side from New Zealand, and they really have moulded into a very combative team. Matthew Burke goes deeper than Mannix. It's Richard Toms, number 12.
Let it go.
New South Wales
Just the ball. Just the ball.
driving in nice and low. This is Preston. And kick within about 6 metres of the halfway line.
Wellington giving the New South Wales side a bit of lesson in ball security there. New South Wales losing the kick-off and suffering the 3-point margin now, but Wellington out of that 25. The Blues may look to go to the back for this line-out.
New South Wales touched the ball for the first time in the game, won by Richard Harry, the prop, at the front. That's the halfway line.
Number 4, out of it, goal.
Coming down on the 10-metre line. Nice bounce for the Waratahs. Toms. Talbot was there first. And should secure the ball here for New South Wales. Bell too. Campese's in the line. Lovely pass. Well, Burke was there, but he left it for Murdoch. And Matthew Burke recovers well.
We see right from the start, first opportunity New South Wales that the Waratahs have had, just spinning it wide. And this was a good pass, but I feel it was just a little overrun. They'd gone past it thinking that Burke would get the ball. Murdoch was just out of the blocks.
Norm Hewitt on the 22-metre line. That's Mike Russell.
Number 7,
He won some good line-out ball against Ian Jones in Wellington's splendid victory over Waikato. And a very chilly Rotorua last weekend. Mannix in a bit of trouble there. Wrapped up by Manu. The early pressure came from Bryle. Big low drive again from the Blues forwards. Wellington may have turned it over here. Bowen. Mats. Oh, he's crunched by Iramia. What a tackle that was.
They could see him coming. Matt Burke hit the line at pace, and Iramia hit him with a great force. Driving shoulder tackle. Watch, they're waiting for it. He hits back inside. In fact, it's Mads. Looking like a run of Matthew Burke. Great tackle.
I think the Western Samoan Rugby Union should go and market videos in defence, because all their players, no matter who they're playing for out there, just are outstanding defenders.
Yasir Ramia played for Manu Samoa against the All Blacks in that test match back in '93, and he's very much in contention for a midfield spot in the New Zealand side, as is this man. He's been the backup hooker to Sean Fitzpatrick for the last 3 seasons. All one at the back there by Coventry.
Stay on, out of it, Blue. Stay out of it, 1.
10-metre line, New South Wales territory. Wellington in front by 3 points to 0. Talbot having trouble getting out of the way here, but Preston has it now. To Mannix. Iramia coming through, Campese there first. Fine kick over the halfway line.
That's great stuff from Campese under a lot of pressure from the chasing Wellington defence. He needs a confidence boosting start here.
Wellington's put into the line out, and like the work, the tall jump at the back and the sweeper in Bull Allen, getting right across the advantage line, had the opportunity if the ball had come quicker to do some more damage.
Wellington has enjoyed 75% of the possession so far. Coventry at the back again. Michael Bryle on the loose ball.
Stay on.
Good line here for the Waratahs. Here's Toms. Overlap on the blind side. Burke. Campese beats 2. Ball lost ahead there by New South Wales. Wellborn thinking he may have picked that one up.
Hold it.
Campese
No
working
ball.
his way through traffic.
Crouch first.
And I think he just
Crouch first.
forgot about
Hold
the
it,
ball,
Blue.
expecting somebody to
Crouch
come in
first.
cover
Crouch
ferociously.
first. Right there. Pick it up.
Yeah, Buddy, you get the impression out there with the Wellington defence that they've got a big cross on Campese. They want to nail him.
Yeah, I think he feels it as well, stepping back inside. He looked a bit ginger. Just some more ball retention would have been the key there.
So this is going to be a battle royale, Chris,
Take it in
in the
square.
front rows tonight.
Oh yeah, the pressure's right on, and the concentration is just superb.
Stay down.
Wellington hold their ground.
Hey, out of it. 90.
It's a big man I'm looking for again from Carl Williams. Exciting number 8, strong, tall.
Hold it. Round.
Manawa 2 captain in season 95. Big improver
Stay on.
and also a fringe candidate for the All Blacks. Here's Matthew Burke, 10-metre line. Talia through. Manu arrived there. First for the Waratahs. Ball up in the maul now.
From the back.
And it's stolen by Tia. This is Mannix drilling the ball across field. Murdoch's there first. But it's 15 metres out from the Waratah goal line.
Good play by Simon Mannix. The old Platoni style, getting the ball, working it into the corners. Great confidence in his line-out, and I think you might see Bull Allen come into his own again around the back. Successful last time, they'll try it again.
That ball stolen right in front of the New South Wales coach, Chris Hawkins. Not a very good display for him.
Ball retention has been an Achilles heel for the Waratahs. And this time the obstruction
Shoulders the
going
ball.
against Wellington. One of their players jumping off the
Back you
shoulder
go.
of a teammate or one of the Blues. Campese. So Wellington with the lone penalty goal. They've had maybe 10 minutes of play. 3-0 lead to the visitors.
Holding down.
It's a dockyard brawl, these lineouts, this early stage of the game. Let's hope they sort it out pretty soon, otherwise the referee will be blowing his whistle all night.
Take it over, goal. Number 2.
So the New South Wales coach, Chris Hawkins, Anthony Eckert in the front there, who played against Auckland and played well. Here's Sam Payne, the man who beat him for the spots. Great burst by the scrum half. Waratahs take it on here. That's Talbot over the line. Was the referee? Yes. He appeared to be unsighted, but saw that white leather ball was over the goal line, and it all started with a little scrum half.
Sam Payne, and what a great drive from Richard Harry. He's clocked up a number of tries this year for the Waratahs, but Sam Payne couldn't believe his eyes. The Wellington defence to this stage of the game been very tough. Beautiful ball by Wellborn. Payne skips through some pretty flimsy defence here. Gets past Preston. Watch Harry and the New South Wales forwards come in support. Harry driving low, spins around, gets Warwick Moore to push him through across the line. That's a try.
Each time Sam Payne pulls on a blue jersey here at the football stadium, he's just able to set his team alight. This was a great run, and it was great work by Harry, who had a sensational game here the last time he played. He picked up the ball, he swiveled, he would not be stopped.
Well, he's probably a front runner, Chris, for that loose head prop in the test team at the moment. He's a huge man. He's a great broken field runner. And here's Matthew Burke. He has been in scintillating form with the boot. That kick makes him the leading point scorer in Super 12 96, 137 points, 2 ahead of John Eales. So New South Wales hitting back. 10th minute of play. And now Simon Mannix. Another good restart from him. Warwick Moore with 2 hands. The big man from Galagambo. Harry at the back here. Still it's Bill the hooker. Bowen. Campese almost through. 3 Wellington players sweating on him that time.
Goal far side, hand around the ball.
Holding the ball in.
Hand around.
Just see that, just a little lack of timing there. Campese was up in the line waiting for the pass a bit earlier. And then that just slight delay, he got caught right in the middle of it.
Looks like Matthew Burke here.
Just watch. He just faltered a step there. I believe if he'd have hit it at pace and got the ball at the right time, he'd have skipped away from Mannix.
Bit of a harsh penalty against Theramea there. Certainly pushed to the ground by his own teammate. It's a bit of luck for the New South Wales side. They get the line out now. That's they're always going to do.
Bring it over, meter.
Now this is the test for the Waratahs line out. Wellborn.
Wellborn over at the back there. Sam Payne did well. New South Wales look to have sealed it their way here.
Hands off.
That's Wellborn. Straight into Coventry. 22-metre line. Bowen. Michael Bryle. Great defence there. Tia number 7. Mark Bell does well. Now it's Campese. What a run that was, and what a pass. Another try. Alistair Murdoch. Well, a flash of genius there from Campese. It was the burst and then the instinctive pass that found the Waratah hands.
Well, that run from David Campese reminded me a little bit of that run during the 1991 World Cup against the All Blacks. He saw the line, he just pinned the ears back, pass out the Toms. Murdoch, he's scored a lot for the New South Wales side this year.
That's Murdoch corner over there, Chris, I think.
It is good, and it's great work here. Good quick ball, Payne distributing, and incisive running by Campese. Just that burst got in behind the defence. Murdoch with the bulk just to crash over in the tackle.
And it's that sort of explosive brilliance from Campese that still keeps him in contention for a test spot. He's a man who can create something out of nothing.
New South Wales side winning much more ball as the game's gone on. Now with about 8 minutes with ball in hand against that 6.5 minutes for the Wellington side.
Waratahs up by 9 points. This one only a metre in from touch. He can do no wrong. You won't see a better sideline conversion than that one. Bisecting the uprights, Waratahs by 11. Now remember, the Waratahs led Auckland by 14-0. We saw 100 points in the game, and Auckland won by 56-44. This is Manu pushing people out of the way. He beat 3 tacklers that time. 12 from halfway. Now Bell. Bowen. Back to Bryle. Preston the tackler. 7 from halfway. Bowen again. Campese and Cullen, his first touch. He stood his ground and was met by hard defence. Allen. Back to Preston and Mannix. Campese underneath, inside his 22. Australian rules take that one. Just short of the halfway line. Campo in white-hot touch tonight.
Just like the energy of the Waratahs at the moment, they've cranked up a level. Inspired by a couple of early tries, everyone is just driving their legs into the ruck and maul. It's producing ball well and quickly.
Wellington just a little shell-shocked at the moment. This is Allen again, the skipper. Right on the halfway line. New South Wales players trying to seal off the ball, but Wellington had it under control. So Wellington needs some possession here. And the line-out will form 25 metres out from the Waratah goal line.
It's surprising that Menix, he's just fallen out of that All Black limelight. He was quite a star back when he first came to the All Blacks at the age of 19. But has been a fading star since that time.
But it's certainly starting to shine more brightly now. 24 years of age, 5 years since he made his test debut, a year out of school. There he is. Iramia left it behind, Burke towed ahead. Murdoch again, off his knee. Mannix across. Well, just some bad execution there, costing Wellington dearly.
Hang on, wait for 2 of each.
Seeing Wellington through this Super 12, they're a side you really wouldn't sort of relax against. They have got great attacking abilities.
Here's Thomas. Big tackle by Coventry. Bowen. That's held on. Iramia the tackler.
Stay on, goal.
Again, the Waratahs on the rampage here.
Last man's feet.
It's Wellborn. Back to Payne. Darting around like a rabbit.
Stay on.
Good control for Manu. Body height of New South Wales forwards has been a feature.
No advantage.
Ball lost ahead.
Lost in the tackle.
14 metres from the halfway line in Wellington territory.
It's good play
Hang
by
on,
New
no
South
ball.
Wales.
No ball.
At the moment,
Don't go
they're
in.
picking up
Don't
and
go
driving
in.
on, really committing the defence
Straight away.
and allowing, waiting for the quick
Stay
pass,
on.
pulling in the backline defence.
Here's Cullen. They'll have to put him on the ground. He got away from Talbot. Inside is Coventry. 5 metres from halfway. Mannix now. No support outside that time. Burke across. 2-on-1 here. Good counter. And space. Murdoch. Back over the halfway line.
Stay on.
Wellington had the forwards there in numbers, but a good line here. War.
Roll away, goal. Stay on.
Working it in close through Wellborn.
Stay on.
10-metre line, Wellington territory.
Hands off now.
Bowen. Toms. Great support from the Waratahs. Campisi's Gusta. Little foot on the touchline. Into the second quarter of the game in a matter of seconds.
Terrific support work by the New South Wales back row. Michael Bryle on the far side really came in when Wellington looked like winning the ball back. They've worked it wide, just keen to get it wide. Campisi, his old legs don't get him around as quickly as they usually do, but the goose step gave him an opportunity to get outside.
Take it over at 4.
Big Warwick War limping back the Blues line out.
Yes, Sam Damoni played lock in New South Wales' last game here against Otago and was man of the match after being out
Stay
for 8
on.
weeks. Good jump there by Williams.
Stay on. Stay line.
Preston from inside his 22, taking play up towards halfway.
The measure of a good hooker is not only his hooking ability, and that's never in doubt with Norman Hewitt, but his throwing is beautiful. He gets it nice and high and drops right on the jumper. Man's able to jump at his own time. Mark Bell has a good throw as well.
So a couple of niggling injuries here, Simon, for Warwick War and also Steve Talbot. But Chris Hawkins and the coaching staff have gone very light. They've really cut the workload down this week, and the Waratahs have really freshened up.
Well, they needed to. The New South Wales side have trained incredibly hard since about November last year. The Warwick War looking to leave this field, and Damoni comes on. Talbot's okay. He's just gone down to let War get on, but Damoni let himself down against the Waikato side. He was a star here against Otago. I'm sure that he'll make a big impact now he's come on.
Well, that's a disappointment for Warwick War. who was having a storming opening 20 minutes. But Sam Damoni, fresh man, very keen to take his opportunity. Former Fijian international, 11 caps for his native country. Wellborn, back there to Harry, who swept well. Bowen again, and Toms watching the opposition. Tia was there.
Not often you see Richard Toms make a mistake, particularly off a ball from Damoni, teammate at Northern Suburbs.
So a chance for Wellington now to develop something here. It's a great pass to the number 9 Preston from Carl Williams. It's Williams just rocking the ball back now for his scrum half. 38 metres out from the Waratah goal line. Here comes Cullen. This is danger. Christian Cullen, what a step. Burke the tackler, didn't put him on the ground.
Let it go, Blue.
That's the goal line ahead. Wellington has a big line. Williams, New South Wales, holding on desperately here. Mannix, O'Halloran, Umaga. Tana Umaga, the 22-year-old from Petone, the younger brother of Mike Umaga, who went to English Rugby League. 102 kilograms, this man, and he split the Waratah midfield.
The two teammates from Petone combining beautifully after some great work by Christian Cullen, who got missed by Burke there, and Burke follows up and flattens him from behind. Still the forwards came. The Hurricanes were there in numbers. Win the ball, and just watch out wide as Jason O'Halloran drifts wide. Then hit beautifully by Umaga on the inside. Still building up. Watch, reformed as the back line. Great work over the under the post.
And Simon, a great angle of running there from Tana Umaga. He's an unorthodox player, but a very exciting talent.
Yeah, both Umaga and also Christian Cullen. Great changes of direction out there, really left the New South Wales defence bamboozled. And also number 8, Carl Williams, great ball retention there to get that ball back for Wellington. But it's terrific to see Matthew Burke. His defensive role in this team can't be underestimated.
So that converted try bringing Wellington to within 4 points.
Don't move, goal.
And the Waratahs, after holding that commanding lead, have allowed the opposition back into the game. Just a lax defensive effort. Frank Oliver, 17 caps for the All Blacks, former New Zealand captain. Ryle was at the back, lost ahead by Tia. Here's Payne. It's Wellborn. Damoni's there through his legs to Payne again, and Bowen. It's not a bad one. Maybe a tad too far. Umaga underneath.
Quite understandably, when a player leaves his feet to catch a ball in the air now, he can claim a mark whilst in the air. He needed to do so because he was just swamped by defenders.
Well, Border, I think a couple of New South Wales forwards haven't worked that rule out because they said to the referee, "You are kidding."
No, it's one of those joys enjoyed by the player taking the ball. When he's off his feet, he's considered to be sacrosanct, untouchable.
It's Manu, number 8, second from the back, opposed to Carl Williams. Talbot gets it. Wellington players standing round offside there as the ball was tapped down for New South Wales. A Wellington man standing on the New South Wales side. Matthew Burke coming up to take a shot at penalty goal.
Well, Matthew Burke certainly number 1 pick at this stage for the Wallaby fullback position. And also you'd have to think he would be the goal kicker for the side. So he is a very key player for the Wallabies this year.
Isn't it interesting to have players and kickers of the quality of Burke and John Eales, who you would also think is a rather certainty for a Wallaby jumper. Just two quality kickers. The options are great for coach Greg Smith.
Burke has a success rate this year in the Super 12 of 78%. And he does it again. Consummate ease. Great concentration too. And a steadier by Matthew Burke for the Waratahs. And Shade Simon of the Hong Kong Stadium with the crowd dancing to the music.
Yeah, I think they might like the jingle going a bit longer here. This FSS in Sydney.
Here's Mannix. Campese underneath. Campese down the touchline. Not a lot of angle, but net result was only about 15 metres. The crowd not happy.
And Campo not happy either. Shaking his head saying, what do I have to do, sir? Look at it. One of these banana kicks, the right-footed down the line, bending. Little game.
Honed over 15 seasons of practice, and he only got 15 metres for it. This is Tia. Talia comes in to have a run from the left wing.
Just the ball, just the ball.
27 metres out. Mannix and O'Halloran. Well taken by Umunga. This is O'Halloran looping round. Good tackle by Tom's out there.
Great reading the play by Umunga. Surrey was covered there, set his man off for the try line, but the New South Wales cover defence was there to cover it up.
Had many scrums. New South Wales have kept the ball moving.
Stay on, stay bound, stay bound.
Yes, important tackle there by Richard Toms from behind, forcing the error. Burke. And another sure touch finder, 9 metres from the halfway line. It's a pretty relaxed mood out there. The players are enjoying themselves. New South Wales in particular with this 17-10 lead.
Well, instructions given by Chris Hawkins to his team during the week, just do what you like out there and enjoy yourselves. We're out of the Super 12, but we can go and get some pride back tonight and have some fun.
Coventry got it. This is Mannix. O'Halloran, Jeremia outside. Good ball back inside to Tia. Manu the tackler. A knock on there by Allen.
That's a rare mistake by Bull Allen. His balls for a front rower. Ball skills are terrific. And, certainly very unusual to see him make a handling mistake like that.
Taranaki auto electrician looking down at loose head here against rival skipper Andrew Blades. It's Michael Bryle, the open side flanker. 4-on-4. Bowen landing the ball inside the touchline. It's about a 38-metre gain.
New South Wales playing to their strength, coming to the lines, been winning a lot of their own ball. Just gives them a great platform to set their back line in motion. Getting some 20 or more metres between the two back lines. Good ball from the top.
John Wellborn and Damoni at the front that time. Referee playing advantage here. And offside rule. They weren't back the 10 metres from the line out that time. The backs, they snuck up. You have to stay back 10 metres from the line of touch until the line out is finished.
Well, this is silly stuff with Matthew Burke in the kicking form that he is. Just cribbing up offside, trying to cut down that distance. I think they've got great respect for the Waratahs back line, the Hurricanes, and just trying to cut down that distance and get a jump.
100% record here for Matthew Burke. And the Waratahs poised here to double the score of Wellington. 38 metres out for Burke. He really is a sharpshooter here tonight, 4 from 4. New South Wales Waratahs 20, Wellington Hurricanes 10.
Well, the stats in the game so far are very, very tight. Ruck and Maul 7 each. The penalty count 5-3 to New South Wales. In possession 16 minutes for the New South Wales side and 14.5 for the Wellington side.
Here's Mannix. Talbot underneath. Lost the ball back. Bowen. Just out of reach of Umaga and not quite into touch. And Umaga just kicking the ball out on the full, so New South Wales gets the line-out throw.
It was clever play, though. Umaga thought the ball would dribble into touch, but when he picked it up, he kept it up the line in front of him. It's great work. Under control.
Even battle in the line-outs. Bryle. Manu. Gets support inside from Damoni. Payne. 5 metres out. That's Bell. Payne back at scrum half to Bowen. This is Toms. Bowen on the loop to Burke, and Campese must score.
Well, super stuff from New South Wales. Manu Damoni leading the charge up the field, breaking that Wellington defence. David Campese, an easy run to the corner here. Payne's having a terrific game too. Really great judgment out there. Beautiful work by Richard Toms. David Campese, what an easy try for him.
Some critical support play too, Chris, from Scott Bowen.
It was great from Scott Bowen. That pass there did the damage. And the next one from Burke, although it went to ground, he'd beaten the man by the quickness of the pass. And I think this is this feeling that Wellington have about this New South Wales backline. They're able to move the ball very quickly on the line of advantage. That just gets them outside their man. Campese with a gaping hole.
I think you would have even scored from there, Chris.
I could have only been there as a seagull.
Maybe before the Health Farm would have.
So Matthew Burke now, can he maintain this incredible strike rate? 5 metres from touch. He sure can. He fell over in the process, but a semblance of a smile for Matthew Burke and the Waratahs. 27 plays 10, 37 points in better than even time.
Well, the way he kicks goals, Matthew Burke, I reckon he'd be a terrific golfer.
He plays off 12 at Lura in the Blue Mountains. Back to Campese. Matthew Burke on his left foot. Straight to Umaga. He can have a bit of a run here. And Wellington hit back. Tia. 27 metres out. To Mannix. O'Halloran cut out. Jeremia. Talia's in. Where's Cullen? Paddled away nicely there by Preston. He saved the day, as New South Wales were hungry to pick it up. But the pace of the game, particularly from these Waratah forwards, really making a big difference. They've cranked it up.
It's been great scrambling in defence whenever they've had to, the Waratahs. Just putting off the Hurricanes in their forward drive. The ball going loose from a couple of those ruck and maul situations and just unsettling the Wellington team.
Didn't go in the 5 metres. So a free kick here for Wellington, badly needed.
Back 10, back you go.
Less than 5 minutes before the break. Hurricanes need a converted try.
Haven't been beaten by more than 18 points the whole Super 12. We're not going to lie down here.
Here's Allen. Steps off his left foot.
Roll away, Blue.
Through to the second last line of defence.
Blue,
Killing the ball.
Gets you, number 6, roll
Now,
away.
do they take the 3 points or do they keep the pressure on this New South Wales defence?
Back you go. Back it up, you guys.
Looks as though John Preston will have a shot here. If successful, Wellington would trail by 2 converted tries.
Well, there's a good New Zealand contingent here at the SFS tonight in Sydney. But the Wellington side may be missing that great crowd support back there in New Zealand. It's been terrific to see their games, drums beating, the crowd really getting behind them. They've been a big hit down there.
Wellington has had the best crowd support of all of the New Zealand teams, Simon. 18,000 average home attendance. Even surpassing Auckland. Preston curling it back beautifully. So badly needed points for the Hurricanes. 14 points the difference.
Bull Allen will need to do something to pick up these Hurricanes of his. They need to pick up the pace. They need to drive on, put down, pick up in the tight 5. Use their backs. With New South Wales going backwards, haven't been able to get the consistency or the fluency of Bull.
Well, we've seen only 4 scrums in the game. There's Thomas down on the loose ball, and New South Wales just more hungry at the moment. Talbot wades in with Blades. And again, Wellington players caught offside. Darryl Williams there shaking his head. And this looks like a gift 3-pointer. It's Burke's easiest kick, but he might even surprise us in this one.
I was hoping they'd make the decision then. Blades as skipper to run the ball. The crowd a bit disappointed as well. Well ahead now, 14 points. They can throw a bit of caution to the wind. New South Wales certainly not lacking in fitness. They've had a tremendously hard Super 12, as have all sides.
Well, there's a water fight here on the sideline in the middle of this pressure game. David Campese and the bench swapping squirts out of the water bottle as if it's kid stuff on Bondi Beach in the middle of the afternoon.
Will Matthew Burke be the first man to 150 points in the Super 12, the inaugural tournament? That is exactly 150 for Matthew Burke. Spectacular performance. And the New South Wales coach must be pretty satisfied with that effort.
I think it would be good. And the difference this game to Auckland, New South Wales jumped out to a 14-point lead, then failed to follow up. But every time Wellington has struck them, they've hit back quickly with more points.
New South Wales have been very secure from the kickoffs.
Stay on.
Forwards have really played superbly in this first half. Campese decides to have a go. Through a dummy. That's what the crowd wants. Payne. Clean pair of heels. What a game Sam Payne has had. Bryle, his Eastern Suburbs teammate. Talbot's there. Bowen, Toms. Burke. Matthew Burke. Campese, number 2. What a try for Jason Mads. One of the best of the season.
Fantastic try from Mads. And isn't it a pretty sight? Matthew Burke hitting the line at pace. Started by Sam Payne. Followed up with some powerful running. And there he hits the line, pins back the ears. He's beaten all the defence. He's drawn them all. Campese. The Hail Mary over the top try for Mads.
Well, this is the 15-man rugby everyone's come to see. The back row combining with a very, very ferocious front 5. And this very slick New South Wales back line given a feast of ball to work on.
Yes, well, New South Wales has cut the turnovers, they've cut the errors, they've retained possession, and they've maintained the pressure. It's been unrelenting from the forwards. And Wellington has had no answer. And the crowd is jumping here at the stadium. This is what they came to see. 48 points in the first 40 minutes. Can Matthew Burke make it 50? This would give him a total of 18 points for the game. Just missing. So the end of an exhilarating 40 minutes. Chris Hawkins and Gary Ella move out to the New South Wales huddle. I don't think he'll have too much to say. Wellington really playing for pride in the second half as they really find themselves in a nasty situation. Wellington trailing New South Wales by 35-13. Welcome back to the Sydney Football Stadium. And a shell-shocked Wellington side. Frank Oliver has laid the law down. Andrew Blade, some final instruction to the Waratahs. Andrew Cole has really let this game flow. And the Waratahs in particular have responded. But Chris Handy, half-time huddles.
Chris Hawkins in the Waratahs huddle is saying, don't lay down. Don't think it's over. We came here to win this. We're running the ball wide. Keep it up. Let's run these guys off their feet. Well, Frank Oliver, Filthy Frankie was called in his playing days. He's a great forward and a great inspirational coach. He doesn't have a backs coach. And I think the little lack of organisation out there comes from not having somebody talking with them, but he's inspired them forward-wise for a better effort. Didn't come across the sea to lay down to New South Wales.
So again, Wellington penalised for holding the man down. They really haven't had a lot of joy from the referee here tonight. And Matthew Burke coming up for another penalty attempt, with the second half just only seconds old.
And the penalty 7 to New South Wales and 4 to the Hurricanes. New South Wales winning a lot of those through line-out infringements. But the last part of the first half, New South Wales really gaining the ascendancy through just controlling the ball. They've had the ball in hand 5.5 minutes longer than the Hurricanes. And even though the Hurricane defence isn't feeble, it's certainly New South Wales playing exceptionally well and just making that extra man, which the Wellington side is just unable to cover.
And Chris, Frank Oliver, captain of that All Black side that you played against in 1978 at Eden Park when Greg Cornelson got his 4 tries.
Yeah, that was one of the fond memories, but long ago, and nothing like the strength and power and skill that's out on this field.
Burke has missed that one. He's hooked that one almost out of bounds down the left-hand side of the fairway.
Great work by New South Wales first half. Bryle has been outstanding. Richard Harry has been backing him up. The quick transfer, Sam Payne, has just been energetically driving on his forwards relentlessly and dispensing lovely quick ball.
Great work by Wellborn. It's really been one of the standout features, the receiving from the kickoffs. It's really been a good platform. Manu and Bell do well. Payne again. Bowen and Toms. Tackled there by Coventry. Mark Bell crawling along the ground. 10 metres out, Bowen. Manu inside. Back into Russell. Wellborn. Waratahs threatening to score another try here. Thomas couldn't hold on. The pass was not a good one behind him. Opportunity wasted.
Well, a bit of that came from Johnny Wellborn. He shouldn't have taken that extra drive in the maul. New South Wales backs want a quick release. Just got him out of their timing there. Will we see Wellington try and run it out of here? They need to.
Christian Cullen's the man who's got to be ignited in the second half for Wellington. John Preston. Burke in good position. Drop goal. No, he goes himself. Inside the 22.
Good variety by Matthew Burke. Shaped for the drop goal and then really took on the defence, realising he was one out. Just allowed to be carried into touch. A lot of pressure on Normie Hewitt here at hooker. Loves an aggressive, fast-moving game.
Allen cleans up. Good sweeping there by the loose head prop. Still just inside the 22. 22-point margin in favour of the Waratahs. Mannix doesn't get his touch. Burke and Murdoch back in support. New South Wales players have to retire outside the 10. Damoni didn't. Well inside the 10. Elementary mistake.
Yeah, Sam Damoni wandering around like Brown's cows down there. Referee got him.
Allen. A bull-like charge. There's Hewitt. Straight into Blades and got around him. Russell rucks over. This is better build-up here from Wellington. They've put 3 phases together. Allen again, knocked down by a New South Wales player. Allen inside. Here comes Umaga.
Well, this is the stuff that Frank Oliver was urging at half-time, saying the put-down, pick-up game in the forwards was woeful. All of a sudden, pick it up, charge on, get in behind that defence 5 metres, and then we're in business.
Well, after seeing Frank Oliver in action on the field, I'm sure there would have been some tongue lashing there at half-time, and that's well and truly embedded in the Hurricanes' head. What needs to be done in the second half. Andrew Blades.
And Andrew Blades had revolutionary neck surgery in the off-season. It's quite a miracle that he is out on the field and playing again at this level. Let's hope that he hasn't aggravated anything here. Andrew Heath, the man they call Ox, standing by to come on for New South Wales if required.
Bull Allen might look at a replay of that movement and think, I should have thrown the pass back inside. Just went 1 metre too far.
This has a twofold problem. Andrew Blades not only playing well at tight head with the captain. We'd see Richard Thomas take over that captaincy role.
He's very groggy.
He is very groggy. He's a tough customer. We'll wait and see just how he weathers. Sure, Andrew Heath here waiting on the sideline. Western Suburbs prop, he's just dying to get on the field.
It's Mads out in the centres. Wrapped up out there by Mannix. New South Wales again down on that loose ball, then lost it. Here's Campese. O'Halloran, or Preston there. And a scrum feed here for Wellington, camped on the goal line.
Great scrambling, good pressure, came through at speed. They're really hungry to get in at the ball before it leaves, to stop it getting wide. The only way to do it is to pressure it in the maul and pressure the halfback.
Campese did very well then to hang on to that ball. Copped a couple of marks across his face. The fans won't like that.
Well, it's a very good New South Wales scrum. Payne comes through. Referee plays good advantage. Here's Allen. And Hewitt. Went backwards. Coventry. Five metres. And good sensible refereeing. Penalty now for Tia. Loose hands, Campese. Clever kick in field. Umaga couldn't pick up. Play on. New South Wales can sense they have an opportunity here. Burke. And Murdoch. Umaga.
Fantastic cover tackle by Umaga. There's not many people that can let Alistair Murdoch get outside them and then follow him up and hit him with the power that Umaga did. Good work from Payne. Scrambling centre field. Lovely pass, perfect timing from Toms, who took a big hit. Umaga knew he had to get this man or he was away.
Well, Preston, he must have thought he was Junior Tanu there, who's caught 2 penalty tries in recent games. For that quick tap from the penalty.
Manu did well at the back. Talbot was the sweeper. Tia trying to seal off. Scott Bowen. Charged down by Mannix. Here's Burke. And so a line out here for Wellington. 28 metres out. 35-13 was the halftime score. No points in this second term.
Wellington applying the pressure. See, they're not letting anyone off light. Mannix coming right up on his man. Seen quite a few charge down kicks in the Super 12 turn into 7 points.
Good jump there by Mike Russell. That's Williams, the number 8. Tia, just inside the 22. Mannix, Jeremiah, O'Halloran on the loop. Cullen ran into a man, he's Campese and Talia. And the try has been awarded.
Well, David Campese looking puzzled, but that was a terrific try from the Hurricanes.
Talia got it.
Fantastic work by the Hurricanes here. They hit it up in the forwards and then moved it wide. The squeeze in behind, the race for it. You watch Talia. Hardly appears to have got downward pressure. That's why Campese got up and sprinted for the ball. I think the referee unsighted, believing.
Well, what about the touch judges? Where were the touch judges to help the referee?
Well, Andrew Cole, you got to feel sorry for him here. Watch the Wellington player come across, and the Crowd have gone berserk. They don't like it.
You win some and you lose some. And Wellington deserve a bit of luck because they haven't had any this year. Kick unsuccessful. 35-18.
Well, Alex Talia.
It deserved a try, Simon.
It looked good. It looked good from here high up in the stands.
Talia will take it. Well, he was called in for Roger Randall at the start of the season. He joined the squad, and he's been a real tradesman. 24-year-old labourer from the Petone Club. Work goes high. Taken there by Coventry. Russell is there, and Allen in the thick of things here. Supported by Tia. Carl Williams arrives. Coffin's number 3 there with the headband, Chris.
Following Frank Oliver's instructions at half-time to a T. Just taking it through in the forwards first.
Well, Word New South Wales retired the 10. I think the referees played advantage. A good one too. And Wellington takes play down towards the 22. Simon Mannix.
It was an advantage. Now New South Wales with the line-out throw. Wellington with the penalty. Could have had the throw in.
Coventry number 6 there, told to yield for the metre gap between the lines. He's opposing Daniel Manu. Carl Williams number 8 opposite Steve Talbot. Talbot gets it, lost to the head.
Just see the edge of the lack of urgency of forward pack at the moment. Wellington on the opposite end is just really edging to get a go at them. Every forward wants a run. Charged up.
Another try brings Wellington right back into the game here. Very impressive scrummaging from the Waratahs.
It has been, particularly on the loose head side with Richard Harry, who's been just not giving Phil Coffin, the tight head for Wellington, an easy night at all. He's got good position. Look at him roll in under. Still keep that drive coming on through him.
Is Carl Williams. Well, Coffin hasn't been mastered by anyone this season. So this is a great scrummaging effort from Richard Harry, I should say. Back it goes now to Coffin. Hewitt and Allen. Ryle was the tackler, no knock on. Bowen. And the referee spots one.
A bit lucky there, the Hurricanes.
Bill Tharbenbati, this 126-kilogram prop forward who played all 16 games for Wellington last year. Looks as though there may be an injury in the front row.
Appears to be warming up, I think, for Darryl Williams.
Look at those thighs, Chris.
Yeah, he's a bit of a tank, isn't he? There's a few in the side with thighs exactly the same. Read them well.
So Phil Coffin, who came to Australia with the New Zealand Colts back in 1985 and played against Ricky Stewart's team. And Bill Tharbenbati, who had a season with the Eastwood Club in Sydney, back on familiar territory. And another good crowd here, nearly 21,000 for this last hurrah in the Super 12. This is Cullen. 3 New South Wales defenders to wrap him up. They've really watched him very closely, but he's still been very slippery. Now the Waratahs can do something with the ball here. Campese with no fullback there has put it into space. Burke, soccer skills, try! David Campese, you're a genius.
What terrific judgment from Matthew Burke. David Campese, he sent him up high here. Burke saw Campese perfectly positioned. Dash through, he's got the speed. One of the fastest players in New South Wales backline. And Campese, what a smart player he is. Perfectly weighted kick across there. And Matthew Burke finishes off with terrific soccer skills.
peripheral vision there from Campese, and Matthew Burke clocked 10.8 seconds at school. He shows us why there.
Crowd at the stadium have just come alive. They've followed the Waratahs all season, getting this type of football at the football stadium, and haven't they got some tonight? Matthew Burke at pace is sensational. And he hit the line previously. He just set the team alight, and that time he was just not going to be deterred.
Personal tally of 20 points for Matthew Burke. He's been the outstanding fullback in this Super 12 tournament. His points tally up to 155 now. And this the 11th game. He's averaging over 14 points per match. Just out to the left. Well, this had everything, this movement, kicking skills, the soccer skills, and the sheer exhilaration. Explosive runner, and that was a 70-metre sprint. 40 plays 18. Well, the Waratahs only needed a bit of possession. It finally came, and they took full advantage. They're full of running at the moment. Campese from inside his 22. Hasn't missed a touch tonight.
And Wellington had been fighting back in that possession part of the game. New South Wales now leading with about 29 minutes against the Wellington side was 26 and a half.
Waratahs now got to crank the pace up here. Wellington will be trying to get back in the game with their forwards. New South Wales have got to stop the thrusting man and try and pilfer some ball. Break it up and get it wide. They've been great out wide.
Talking and pilfering. It was Michael Bryle again. Cut out here for Murdoch. Umunga sticks to him. Mads comes in to clean out. Wellington back in possession here. Cullens into fly half. He'd love to have a go. But the kick straight back to Burke. It's a bit slippery now. The kick goes to Preston. Was he outside his 22 there?
I'm sure he was outside his 22. No doubt in my mind, watching it closely, the touch judge wasn't as far down as the kick. Right on it, give him the benefit of the doubt.
Surprising tactics there by Christian Cullen to actually kick that ball upfield to the New South Wales Waratahs. He's got the speed and skills to beat a few men.
So Phil Coffin is back on here. Bill Tharban Barty back off the field. Coffin's been to the blood bin. Here's Toms. Bryle in support. Toms does well. Back for Payne and Harry. Waratahs going left. Bowen. Burke working with Murdoch. Murdoch. Bowen inside. And Manu. 15 metres out. Wellington hold on. Swarming with blue jumpers. Wellington somehow scramble it away. And Coffin's kick straight across field. Knock back. Play on. Who wants it? Talbot. Payne. Campese. Mads. Can Wellington hold them out here? I don't think so. Campese. Great defence, but for how long? Knock back. Coming back again. There's an overlap. Murdoch. No problems.
What a great try. Great try, Gordon, as you call that the Waratahs are on fire. This man, Alistair Murdoch, scored some great tries this year. He initiated it with a beautiful run down the side. They looked as though they were running out of backline options, but filling in was Bryle, who's had a great link game tonight. Murdoch knew he had his man, Carl Williams, on the outside. Just took it easy and went round him. Stood him up. Galloped the ball in closer. Great try from the Waratahs.
And Simon Poitevin, we have 3 very classy number 7 open side flankers in Australian rugby. David Wilson, Brett Robinson and Michael Bryle.
It's a great position for the Australian selectors this year, but certainly Wilson, the favourite at this time. The pass to Bowen, a little bit suspicious there, looked as though it may have gone forward. But New South Wales to build up to that try. Really superb stuff, beautiful ball control, and David Campese again featuring, especially close to the line there, getting the ball back to the rampaging New South Wales side, and Campese spread eagle there. But he's up, he doesn't want to get off this ground. He's having a ball.
So can Matthew Burke get back on track here? He's missed 3 in a row. So another converted try to New South Wales. They've scored 6 tries, and this man in blockbusting form, Alistair Murdoch.
Watch this build up by New South Wales. Dani Manu is having a terrific game. The ball coming out. Just cut off that replay, unfortunately. Some terrific play there.
So Mannix goes shallow. Fine work by Tia. So Wellington have really got to throw everything here at the Waratahs. 47-18. We're into the 3rd quarter of the game. Tia now. David Campese leaves the field and gets a huge ovation. Preston plays on quickly. Allen now leading from the front. Goal line ahead. It's Hewitt.
Just the ball.
Wellington has scored
Play
2
on.
tries.
Just the
One of them a
ball.
little fortunate.
Hands off,
Here it
work.
comes back now. Allen. It's Williams, number 4. Preston says, out of my way. Hewitt. Bell was waiting for him.
Just the
Back
ball.
now for Russell.
Play on.
Mannix. Halloran wrapped up. Ryle read it well over the top. Still it's controlled by Wellington. Preston. Sam Payne underneath.
Forward in the tackle.
Forcing the error, aggressive defence.
Possibly the Hurricanes there really relying too much on the forward punch.
Balls away.
They have got some
Balls
talent
away.
out wide. Need to spread it quickly to try and test the New South Wales defence out wide.
This is the time to put in the pressure on the Waratahs if they've got it in them in the forward pack.
To the shoulder, goal.
New South Wales
Shoulder.
driving forward over their own ball, really protecting it well. The fizz seems to have gone out of this front 3 for the Hurricanes.
So 18 minutes remaining in the game. And we've seen another try feast. 8 in all so far.
Dani Manu is really making the most of this occasion tonight. Tim Gavitt ruled out early in the week with a knee injury. Manu also chasing a position in the Australian back row.
Blocks in. Up ball. Blocks in.
Well, a bit of barging there by number 5 for New South Wales. Jumping on shoulders as well. Preston. Back to Williams. Into Talbot. Payne. That's the first time he's kicked the ball in the game. Cullen. And I think one of the disappointments for the crowd is that we haven't seen more of Christian Cullen. So dominant of the Waratah forwards been here tonight. Umunga with good skills, just coming off his knee. Now they get it into a bit of space, but 3 on 3. Here comes Talia. Burke's out there.
Unfortunately, they haven't been able to crank up any meaningful backline attacks. Ball going in behind the man, even with counter-attack. Just an innocuous sort of kick across field, hoping for something to happen rather than creating it with some good straight running and linking back with their back row.
We'll see Tim Kelleher on for the New South Wales side on the wing. quality replacement for the side.
Played against the All Blacks in 1992, made his test debut. That's Mark Bell again. Inspirational performance from him. Mats and Toms. Tim Kelleher. Barry Leask, touch judge on the far side.
You can't but say that Umaga hasn't been there in defence, and he's had plenty to do tonight. His man out wide. And Kelleher, the new man on for David Campese. He's got a slight strain in a medial ligament, just taking him off as a precaution. Don't lose anything with this man.
Over to Moni's head, picked up by Coventry. He's a large lad, wins quite a bit of line-out ball at the back. Wellington have it. Here's Cullen, bit of room here. He's through. What a bust here by Christian Cullen. Plenty of support, and what a dummy. Absolutely magnificent. Length of the field stuff. What a talent.
Sensational individual performance. You won't see better than that. From deep on defence to outstanding attack. And he did it by getting on the outside of his man, as he would have done in the Hong Kong Sevens. He starts here, he looks across, they're away. He gets outside first, cuts back inside Matthew Burke, leaves the other defenders flat-footed. Burke comes after him and gets pulled back. Look at Cullen. He's gone the full length of the field, beating Murdoch. Great try.
This Christian Cullen is class. What a bamboozling run. With the New South Wales defenders looking very ordinary, he's kicked the conversion. Now 47-25 at Cullen. The crowd has been waiting a long time to see his talents here tonight, and he brought him in the full. David Campese with the knee and ice.
So Matthew Burke. Back now for Preston. 70 points scored in the game.
And it looks like Dallas Seymour in number 19 jersey is on for the Hurricanes. Considered one of the best looking rugby players in the world, so they say. The looks not unsimilar to Alec Baldwin, the Hollywood movie star. And a great player as well.
We've always had our doubts about you prop forwards. Back it goes to Bowen and Talbot.
Roll away, goal.
Payne now working with Harry, bumps off his opponent. 22-metre line. Wellborn.
Stay out of the goal.
Payne again. Good ball security from the Waratahs.
Play on. Come back.
Here the referee, that's Mark Bell. He's had a whale of a game. Wellington looking pretty tired here. Talbot. 6 metres out now. Toms and Burke lost a head.
Well, terrific attack there from the New South Wales Waratahs, but a bit more steel coming back into the Hurricanes' defence. Matthew Burke, he's had plenty to do tonight. Talking about Dallas Seymour, they picked a world best in the sevens rugby over the last 6 years. Seymour would make the cut every time. He is one of the best in the world. I've never understood how he hasn't sort of got a run over there in the 15-a-side game. The guy's skills are extraordinary.
Well, he made the All Blacks in 1992, but he's been a first-choice player in New Zealand's sevens team since 1988. But what about Mark Bell, Simon?
Well, Mark Bell, he hasn't had the opportunities that Caputo and Foley have had this year for their the Queensland and ACT sides. But he's really making his mark here tonight, Mark Bell.
Bring it up, Blue. Square it up. Hold it,
Phil
go.
Coffin and Richard Harry on this side.
Stay bound.
New South Wales scrum has taken the honours tonight. It's Tia. He's been a real trier for Wellington. Cullen has it again. Well, that's O'Halloran out there. Cullen He's in fact standing under the goalposts. Hewitt. It's the 22-metre line. Allen. Preston. And the New South Wales players interfering in offside positions. Tia. Good clean out there by the Wellington forwards. Allen again. They've taken it to within 12 of halfway. That's Williams. Huge hit.
Great hit by Talbot, I think it was, or Richard Harry. Still this relentless Wellington forward attack goes on. One out, then put down, pick up, drive on.
That's Williams again. The Western Samoan international. He's played 10 years in France for Colomiers. Impressive effort here from the Wellington forwards. They've taken play 50 metres upfield. Now the backs get a chance. Mannix desperately wanted to get it outside to Cullen, but the Waratahs offside. Here's Allen outside. Bowen the tackler. Assisted by Talbot. It's Coventry. Harry the tackler. Russell goes in. Preston. Ilamia and Tia and Talia.
Well, the Hurricanes almost did everything right then. The ball retention was first class. But just a step in to touch Frank Oliver. Well, that's an unusual sight. A big smile on his face.
I think pleased to see the way they got to where they were. Just punching it up in the forwards. He was just insisting on this commitment and this effort from his forward pack. Bull Allen, a real link to get them going.
So I think we have another replacement on. I think George Connier may be on the field for Wellington. We'll confirm that.
Bull Allen pulling the big ones in there. His work rate tonight certainly can't be exposed at all as being underdone. He's worked very hard as the Hurricanes captain out there.
Just amazing neck muscles, a legacy of his wrestling days as a teenager. Coventry comes in. Clever ploy, that one. O'Halloran. This is Mats. Talbot with a paddle. Murdoch pins his ears back. And a big fend. Kelleher's with him. Murdoch, number 3.
Well, Alistair Murdoch scored a similar try against the Springboks about 3 years ago as the crowd go crazy. That time, he got past Umunga, and he loves it. Great skills by Talbot to set him on his way. Watch this run. Gets the ball, gets the fend going. And bang, he's a big man, gets across there and loves it.
Here's a beautiful run up with the ball in hand. Sizes up, the perfunctory glance to the side. There, waited for his man to come, bang, out went the arm. Then he kept concentrating on his man with the ball in the opposite arm. Look at the delight. Shakes his fist and says, "You little beauty."
George Connier across there, that despairing tackle at the end, and a bit hard on Umunga. As in fact, Dallas Seymour, that big Alistair Murdoch pushed off.
So now Burke from touch. They try bringing up 50 points for the Waratahs. It was their 7th try, and we've had 77 points in the game. And the New South Wales players, no doubt stung by suggestions that maybe only 2 or 3 of their players would currently be in the test team. They've certainly given the Australian selectors plenty of food for thought after this performance.
Well, Michael Bryle's been outstanding tonight, but so has Talbot and Manu, the New South Wales back row. Work rate's been terrific.
Wellington have just been run off their feet tonight. Back for Bell. New South Wales forwards have been given too much latitude by Wellington. Izumanga. Stolen by the Waratahs. Damoni. Bryle in support. Bell goes in. He's hungry for that ball. The New South Wales hooker. Bowen. Manu's outside. Here's Burke. Get out of my way. Lovely pass to Murdoch. Oh! Bowen held back without the ball. And that's a penalty. And I think that's a good decision. There was no certainty there that Bowen would have got the try.
That was a good decision from Andrew Cole, the referee. He's had a borderline one with a try from Talia beforehand, but this is a good one. There, Murdoch seeing that he's covered. It's good, thoughtful play by the winger, pushing the ball ahead for the support.
Taken up by Bell and Payne. Who wants it? Payne. Had no idea who was supposed to get that one.
Hands off.
Burke comes into halfback.
Hands off, goal. Hands off, goal.
Sam Payne now can resume his spot. Harry's coming out into the backs.
On your feet.
Harry joins 10 metres out. Payne dispossessed.
Just the ball, just the ball.
Coming back for Wellington now. No, it goes the other way. Bryle. It should have come back for Wellington. Referee plays advantage with the
Play on
knockdown.
one.
Damoni and Bowen. Nats. Toms. It's a matter of Wellington running out of numbers here. Harry. Long pass to Kelleher. Payne goes in. Referee plays advantage. And was that just general play or a tackle? The referee says there was a ruck formed. There have to be players on their feet in contact over the ball, one from each side for a ruck. Suspicion that may have been just a tackle.
Great indication here of the use it or lose it law. Only once tonight that I can remember the ball has gone and been handed over to the opposition because they haven't been able to play it. Kelleher goes down in this play. They say that he's interfered with by a player. The ball's interfered with by a player, not part of the ruck. The choice to kick for goal, not popular with the crowd.
Matthew Burke has just been announced as man of the match. He's also man of the moment here. And just a few minutes remaining in the game, just under 4.
Well, interesting stats in the game. Possession's about equal. The penalties get a little to New South Wales. Wellington winning the rucks and mauls. But look at the scoreboard. New South Wales 52. The Hurricanes 25.
Across the face of goal. That's Stella Seymour. One of the Waratahs down receiving attention. Umaga couldn't pick up. Well, it's been a tremendous spectacle here tonight.
Well, it was a high-risk play there by the Hurricanes. Didn't quite come off. But they are thinking, they're still trying. Both sides of players. Gee whiz, they'll sleep well tonight. We'll put in plenty of miles out here on the SFS this Friday night in Sydney.
Alistair Murdoch, it looks like, in a bit of bother here. Anthony Eckert warming up. Murdoch, the 3-try hero, over 100 kilograms, which is pretty handy when you've got a sprinter's pace. But he scored some classic wingers tries here tonight.
Call him Arnie, I don't know why.
Crowd very involved in this great spectacle. 10 tries.
Haven't the crowd received some great entertainment by the Waratahs here at the football stadium this year? They've come out in numbers to watch their heroes. Rarely have they let them down, scoring tries. particularly out wide.
There's Tom's doing well, taking it up as he's done all night. Mannix penalised. Again, the referee ruling there was a ruck or a maul formed. And the Waratahs will keep this one in hand. Bryle. 3 forwards there to clean out now for playing. Manu. Former schoolboy centre in Auckland. Bit of space here for the backs. Here's Burke. And Murdoch looking for his 4th.
Great thinking by Toms, covered in the backs, in close, searching for an opportunity, and took the big one over the top for Murdoch. Maybe just not hitting this ball. He was down earlier, trying to tow it forward, but not getting the same luck as Matthew Burke.
Can the Waratahs get one more try? They've scored 7. Wellington has managed 3. Just over a minute remaining here. So New South Wales finish up on 32 points on the table, just outside the 4. Manu. And they'll reflect on the season that might have been.
Manu, then the ball stolen by Della Seymour. He's nearly copped a boot in his head. There's him watching spin it out from here.
Seymour had done well to wrestle that ball away. And, got a bit of treatment as he popped his head through that ruck.
And the ball trying to pinch a couple of metres, but they're off and away again, the Hurricanes.
Here's Seymour. It's Steve Talbot. Less than 30 seconds to go. Morgan Hewitt sets up. 27-point margin. Mungo, who's really tried to get involved tonight. New South Wales have stolen it. Tom's been without it. This will be the last scrum, if in fact we get the ball in, which is doubtful. Full time from referee Andrew Gold. The crowd rises. They really have appreciated this performance from the Waratahs, who've outclassed Wellington here tonight, scoring 7 tries to 3, featuring a hat-trick by left wing Alistair Murdoch. Matthew Burke also having a field night. 7 from 12 after getting his first 6. And Burke with a personal tally of 22 points. Simon Poitevin.
Well, the whole New South Wales side has come away from this game feeling great about themselves. What a fantastic performance. Great 15-man rugby. The back row, this terrific back line, and a very hard-working tight 5. Now clapping certainly not a disgraced Hurricane side off. There's New South Wales on fire tonight.
Mark Allen leads off the Hurricanes, and they can be certainly proud of their performance in this Super 12 tournament. They've had a horrendous amount of travelling. This is the 3rd match they've played in 3 different countries in less than a fortnight, but they really have stuck to their guns. And now the Waratahs, following that practice of saluting their supporters on the other side of the field. Andrew Blades, inspired skipper here for the New South Wales side. New South Wales led 35-13 at halftime. Full-time score 52-25.
Sam Payne, you looked as though you really enjoyed yourself out there tonight.
Yeah, it's a great game to finish off with for New South Wales. We knew we weren't going to get to the finals, but you know we've got to play Wellington, and we threw it to them. We threw it round. Everybody enjoyed the game. It was great.
Pre-match they appeared strong in the tight 5, but you played it wide. Was that the intent?
Yeah, our backs are good. If we can get the ball going forward in the forwards, spin it wide, we'll score tries. New South Wales got a great back line. When we do get the ball wide, we will score.
The rotation within the New South Wales team's restricted the opportunities you've had. How do you feel for Wallaby selection?
Well, when I get my chance to play, like I've just got to give it the most. So hopefully, when the selectors do pick a team, hopefully my name will be there. But you don't know what's going to happen. So you know, hopefully I'll be there.
Matthew Burke and Alistair Murdoch really expressing themselves out wide.
Yeah, Burkey had an excellent game, especially with the boot. Like I think I don't know what he got, but it was a high percentage, about 80%. And when Alistair got the ball wide with a bit of space, no one can stop him.
Yeah, he was in that mood tonight and really disappointed not to get 4 at the end.
Yeah, well, he's probably disappointed. I saw him here. He was having a bit of a spit on the field there. He's having a bit of a chunder, but obviously he put it in, and you know he got 3 tries. It was great.
Anthony Eckert was warming up on the sideline, really disappointed not to get on there, and he gave him a bit of a mouthful.
I didn't actually see Ecker's warming up there, but I don't know, maybe it was Ecker's going to come on the wing for Alistair. I'm not too sure, but I was certainly fit.
All right, mate. Thank you, Sam Payne, and good luck against Queensland next time out.
Thanks a lot. See ya.